Rich Tennessee Homestead. This kind of preamble to a video. I finally got some of that editing fixed. That actually happened last winter. Matter of fact, Christmas Eve is when it started. Yeah. Anyway, finally got the editing straightened out. Gonna put this together and send it up to you. So stand by. Here it comes. This is Rich Tennessee Homestead. How the heck are you? Well, just thought I'd show you a little of my landscaping work here and see what y'all think of it. Yeah, this is kind of like my Christmas present here. Yeah. What do you think? Got to tear up about 25% of my concrete pad out back of the house, because somewhere down there in that hole is the main water feed for the house. Yep, you got it. Tree roots got in there and busted it up. So I worked on it till about 7 o'clock last night. This was quite the adventure, and there's a lot of mud and stuff thrown on top of that, but that's one big pile of anywhere from 6 to you can see that one big chunk there. Yeah, that's the edging around the thing, and it's good 10-inch deep concrete. So we had a lot of fun here yesterday. Thank heavens the neighbor was kind enough to come down. There was nothing I had as far as tractors that would tear this stuff up. It was just too heavy, too thick. And he brought down, he's got a big 100-horse case, and he brought that thing down. And I mean, that's a workhorse, let me tell you. It's big 4-wheel drive thing, could about lift a house. And it was everything we could do with that tractor to even get this up and out of here. So, yeah, lots and lots of fun. Just kind of some of the fun stuff you get into. I dug around in it last night. It was absolutely so saturated. I don't know how long this has been leaking. We discovered it yesterday, and where it was running out, but this ground was so completely saturated that literally when I would dig down to get a shovelful up, which by the way, that's all clay and rock and sand, which weighed about 50 pounds a piece or so it seemed, I would sink down into the dirt about as deep as my buck boots are. I actually had mud kind of dribbling into my muck boots from it. And then I'd get the shovelful out and have to go back and get myself back out. So it was a lot of fun. So finally, I guess about 7 o'clock last night, it was good and dark. I was working off of lights, and it just kept filling up with water. We kept running a little pump to a little sump pump over there, trying to keep the water out. It was just too much. So got down about 2 foot, 2.5 foot. I got probably another foot or so to go to get to the water line. And I want to expand the hole out a little bit. And yeah, this was my Christmas present, man. Yeah, this thing is about the total slab is probably, I don't know, 18 by 24. And I got to tell you, it's eventually, now it's all going to have to come out, but that's going to wait till summer, because this would make more of a mud mess back here than we'd want to deal with all winter long. So it looks like we're just going to live with really, really ugly through the winter. And And I still got to get a jackhammer and come in here and bust all this stuff up. And luckily I need a little riprap around the culvert over there. It's been washing out. And so at least I've got some free riprap once I take a jackhammer to it and spend a day or two busting it all up. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'll kind of take you along a journey on this thing. But yeah, not going to be able to do much talking and working this thing because, like I said, it's like working in quicksand. And the funds of being a homesteader, folks. It's the fun never seems to stop. If it isn't one thing, it's another. A lot of these southern houses, they used instead of regular flexible water line that they use in most newer construction today, they use PVC pipe, and that gets brittle over time. And while you can't see it looking into that hole, the roots from that tree right there sent through about 2 or 3 inch diameter roots that I've been having to cut out and drag out. And I got the funny feeling that that's probably what busted that water line. So anyway, I'm going to pause this thing and get in here and get busy. And hopefully when I get down to the water line, I can show you what that ended up looking like. Alrighty. Yeah. As you can see, it filled back up with water. I got down to where the water level's at. But luckily, about where the tip of that that hole shooter right there is at, is where the pipe's at. I've got it kind of exposed. And now I'm going to let the mud settle down and settle down a little bit so I can suck up some of the water and then get back in and keep digging, because I got to get about 6-8 inches underneath that pipe's cleared out so I can cut the pipe and make the repair. Hopefully the weather's going to start cooperating. It looks like we're starting to get some sunny skies, and that will sure help dry this mess out, because you're still sinking to your knees in mud. And I got to make the hole a little bit bigger because it's right to run straight back underneath where that sharpshooter's at, which means I got to take this little corner of junk out here. So anyway, that's where I'm at, and we'll get back to you folks in a little bit. Talk to you soon. I don't know if you all can see that little 45-degree fitting down there. I wish I could say I've never done this before in my life, but I know I have. One end of it wasn't glued, and it managed to hold up for a long time before it finally blew out of that pipe. So it's been an ongoing battle with the water, but yeah, it is getting close to evening, and I'm trying to keep the water off of it long enough for my glue to set up, and should be back online and everything be fine. Other than all that, I still get to clean up. Yes. Yeah. Nothing to jackhammer a wheelbarrow and a lot of sore back you won't take care of, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then of course, fill the hole in. Yeah, like I said, folks, best laid plans of mice and men do get changed by something as simple as a fitting that did not get glued on a PVC pipe, and that is absolutely astounding. But it's glued together now, and about my only concern is that the glue I had was a little old and a little didn't go on as smoothly as I'd like to, so it may not hold, and if not, then I'm going to have Cindy pick some up on our way home tonight and redo it in the morning. But at least the hole's there, and I'm getting a better handle on the water. Matter of fact, the water's coming back up a lot slower. This whole hole would fill up within about 10 or 15 minutes every time I'd dig it down. And it's about waist deep. I know it's probably a little hard to tell looking at this angle, but when you get down in the hole, it's waist to or a little more in depth, so it's a good 4-foot hole, and it would fill up quickly. But it looks like it's slowing down, so I think we've got it. So yeah, this is the like I said, the concrete. It's going to be a real joy. But oh well, it is what it is. Anyway, that's my little water project. Hopefully it's done and ready to go, and get on to trying to get my backyard back in some kind of shape. But it's going to be a bit. Anyway, this is it. This is a little plumbing project. An unglued fitting. Can you believe that? Absolutely amazing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Hey, I'm back. A couple of things that I forgot to put into the other videos that I wanted to get in there is, remember you see in a picture in a video of the sump pump down in the hole. It was sitting on a piece of tin like this here, because you get into deep water like that and mud, those little sump pumps don't pick up worth a hoot. So I put it in a piece of tin down there to take care of that. But here's something you might want to know. This down here looks like a bunch of just a dirt ball, but actually this is what they call a root ball. It's feeder roots off the tree, just little fine roots. That right there, my friends, can help you locate a leak in a pipe. That particular fitting that was leaking, and that's probably what actually separated the fitting, it was totally covered in that. It was like a big matted ball. And what that does is those little feeder roots are going to find water. And if there's a water leak on a water line, a sewer line, a septic tank line, something of that nature, those things are gonna ball up around it to get that moisture. And probably as time went on, it's what pushed that fitting apart. But when you're looking for a leak, sometimes it would be a very small leak, and you will usually find a ball of roots around where there's either a loose fitting or a crack or something of that nature. So for folks who haven't had to deal with that much, look for those fine hair roots. They're feeder roots, and they'll a lot of times show you right where the leak's at. I have found a lot of times, like on a sewer line or something like that, they will get into the seam of a sewer line and actually grow inside the line itself, blocking off the line. So something to keep an eyeball open for. If you have trees around plumbing, there you go. This thing here, like I said, it found that area where that wasn't glued and took full advantage of it. So, but I forgot to include that in the other videos. Piece of tin down in the bottom of the hole will allow you to set a sump pump down without sucking up truckloads of mud and plugging up your pump. And instead the water will just come around it. And then, like I said, in tracking a leak, you see the big ball of roots around a line somewhere, you can bet you just found your leak. Alrighty, I wanted to throw that in there so you at least get to see it, and hope that helps you out. Talk to you later.